Hi, I'm Katrina Zish for Howdini. Today we're going to talk about how to brush your teeth. Joining me to do that is cosmetic dentist Dr. Brian Cantor. Nice to see you, doctor.
Nice to see you.
So I think some people might think, okay, brushing my teeth, this is very elementary. But other people might think there are so many new technologies. Is there something new to learn?
No, there's nothing new to learn. It's very basic. It's the most important way to keep your hygiene. Brushing your teeth twice a day in the correct way. 2 minutes, twice a day.
Okay. Now, do you brush differently with a manual brush versus a power brush?
Yes, a manual brush, you actually have to do all the work, whereas a power brush does a lot of the work for you. All you have to do is guide the toothbrush in the right area, as the power brush actually will oscillate and get to all the hard to reach places. You just have to guide the toothbrush. You don't want to put too much pressure because the toothbrush is doing work for you.
Now, what's the right way to use a power toothbrush?
Well, a power brush, you have to read the instructions on the power brush you use because everyone is different.
Okay.
They all have bells and whistles on it. What you're supposed to do is each quadrant should be brushed for 30 seconds. So some of them have a timer for 30 seconds for each quadrant, a total of 2 minutes. Some just have a timer for 2 minutes. If you're putting too much pressure on the teeth, there can be an alarm that goes off.
Wow.
So you have to really read the instructions on your powered toothbrush. So the most important thing is you want to actually have a 45-degree angle from the toothbrush to the gums. So at a 45-degree angle to the gums, and you're just going to hold it in place, whereas a power brush is going to do all the work for you. So you're going to guide it tooth by tooth, and you want to make sure you spend 30 seconds per quadrant. And after you do the outsides of the teeth, you're then going to go to the insides at a 45-degree angle to the gum, and also the biting surfaces. So there's 3 surfaces that you have to get. After you did all 4 quadrants, you then also want to brush your tongue. By brushing the tongue, it also gets away some food particles and some bacteria that can cause bad breath.
Okay, now what if I'm using a manual toothbrush?
A manual toothbrush requires a little more energy.
Uh-oh.
And there's no timer on here. So,
Okay.
So it takes a little responsibility to make sure you're going to do it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Same thing, 45-degree angle, no pressure into the gums. You're going to put the toothbrush on the teeth at a 45-degree angle to the gum. You're going to go back and forth slightly and away from the gums. Back and forth slightly away from the gums. 3 teeth at a time, not putting too much pressure on the gums, but having the bristles go into the sulcus just to get some underneath the gums. Same thing on the inside. Away from the gums. You want to go from the gums, away from the gums. After you do the outside, the inside, you want to do the occlusal surface or the biting surface, getting all the food particles out. And after you do the quadrant, go to the anterior teeth, and you're going to turn the brush upside down and go from the gums up. Light short strokes and up. Same thing, all 4 quadrants. After you do all 4 quadrants, you want to brush your tongue for a fresh minty taste.
Fantastic. Now, how often should we be brushing our teeth?
Minimum of twice a day.
Okay.
Ideally after every meal, because the food particles that remain in your teeth can accumulate bacteria. That bacteria can cause bad breath, can cause gingivitis. So you want to keep your teeth as healthy and clean as possible. So ideally after every meal, but realistically, twice a day.
Okay, and let's talk about toothbrushes. How long should my toothbrush last?
The most important thing about toothbrushes is make sure you use a soft toothbrush, if I didn't reiterate that. But toothbrushes, when they start fraying, it's time for a new toothbrush. Usually they'll last anywhere from 2 to 3 months, but that really depends on you. So when it starts fraying, it's time to get a new toothbrush. Some of these toothbrushes actually are color-coded, and when the color starts going away, it tells you it's time for a new brush.
Okay, well, thanks so much for making us smile better and teaching us how to brush our teeth, even though all of us should already know that. But it's definitely good to brush up on your technique. Okay, let's recap. Brush for 2 minutes. That's 30 seconds for each of the 4 sections of your mouth. Don't forget your tongue. Follow the recommendations from your dentist for the correct brushing technique for you. On behalf of Crest Pro Health and Oral-B, I'm Katrina Zish for Howdini. For more information, check out the website.